I spotted a pea-sized freckle, quote-unquote, on my penis. Months later, it had to be amputated. Not the freckle. He's not talking about the freckle. Now I'm warning others how to avoid every man's worst nightmare. I hope you sleep well tonight, chat. Okay. I actually have not read this because I've been kind of dreading this, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get this one over with. I have to know what the hell this is. Okay, around 700 men each year in the UK are diagnosed with penile cancer and undergo a partial or total penectomy, where their penis is removed. I mean, you might as well just shoot me in the fucking head. No way! His name is Craig Mycock? No way! No, this has to be fake. This can't be real. There's no way this is real. What's that to the end of the story? I cannot believe that this guy's name is Mycock. Oh my god. It's like this is meme magic. Oh my god. A former bus driver and inspector who lives with his partner Colette, 55, in Stockport, tells his story. So apparently it's just cancer. Okay. Now he's Craig Nocock out. Oh my god. I know, right? Poor guy. Would be better if his name was Dick Mycock. Greg Madick. Oh my gosh. Let's see. At the start of 2020, I went to see my GP, my general practitioner, about emptying my bladder, and she referred me to a hospital for more checks. A specialist nurse who examined my bladder using a thin tube with a camera attached commented on a pea-sized freckle on the head of my penis. I told her that it had been there for about 6 months and wasn't painful or causing any issues. But she seemed concerned and called in a doctor to get a second opinion. She was concerned too, and referred to me for further investigations. My bladder problem was unrelated. Look at this guy. He's so happy. This has to be you know that this is a before pic. He hasn't smiled since. I mean, come on. I was gonna say a pea. Is it if it was like the head of like a little pin, like not like a thumbtack. Thumbtack is about the same size as the pea, but like just like a little tiny pinhead. Then it'd be like, okay, that's a freckle. Like, freckles on pea size. That's big. 2 weeks later, I was at the Christie Hospital in Manchester, where a consultant urologist explained that it could be a sign of penile cancer. Just hearing this was very mortifying and worrying. Yeah, I would think so. I had a biopsy. They injected local anesthetic into the tip of my penis. Ow! And took a small sample of tissue for analysis. The procedure took about 20 minutes and was as awful as it sounds. Oh my god. 2 weeks later, I went back for the results. I was told it was an aggressive, fast-growing cancer, and they need to remove part of my penis, leaving it enough so it could be rebuilt using tissue from my thigh. Oh my god, dude. I just I can't imagine getting so this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna turn your penis into a snub nose, and then we're gonna rebuild it using your thigh fat and skin, I guess. Oh my god. I was absolutely stunned by this awful news. I remember sitting in my car on my own after the appointment trying to take it all in. I cried. It seemed so overwhelming. When I went back to hospital to have the surgery in March, a month after the biopsy, the cancer seemed to have spread. Oh no. The whole tip of my penis had become scabby and slightly misshapen. Ah! Ah! Stop! God damn it! Wait, was this written by a guy? Adrian Monty. Oh man, he must have had a rough time typing this thing out. Oh my god. Oh my god. beginning 2020, he goes in and says he's had this issue since mid 2019. 2 weeks later, he finds out if it could be a sign of penile cancer. 2 weeks after that, he gets the results. So we are now 2 months in. He's had this cancer for 8 months now. Goes in a month later for surgery. So we're now 9 months of cancer. Oh my god. It's just God. Let's see. Slightly misshapen. Deep down, I had worried it had spread. You think? It meant the planned operation was canceled. Oh god. And I had a second biopsy instead. This showed the cancer had spread inside the shaft. But luckily it had not affected the lymph nodes in my groin. Because the cancer was so aggressive, it was decided that my whole penis would need to be removed. Radiotherapy or chemotherapy would not be effective against it. Oh my god, just put me on my deathbed. I was devastated. It's every man's worst nightmare. Just the thought of a surgeon cutting into my penis made me want to squirm, and I felt queasy even thinking about it. You and me both, brother! Oh my god, he's a eunuch now. I felt ashamed. I blamed myself, although I did nothing to cause it. My consultant said, sadly, it was one of those things in life that can happen to anyone. But I was in a dark place, asking myself 1,000,001 questions about why it had happened to me. I mean, did you have your kids yet? Wonder, does he have kids or not? I was terrified about having the operation, as it would change everything. From peeing like most men, to ending a sexual relationship with Colette, my partner of 33 years. I felt it would make me less masculine. I mean, yeah. That's when you eat your gun. That's when you just take a whole lot of things and do a... Oh, man. Partner of 33 years. Not his wife. Interesting. I felt that would make me less masculine. Oh, I read that. On the day of my operation in May 2020, mid-lockdown, I had to go to hospital. It always weirds me out how, like, Brits say hospital instead of the hospital. It's so weird to me. On my own, I was dreading what it would be like down there when I woke up. All of my penis was going to be removed, but my testicles would remain intact. I mean, these produce testosterone. If they're removed, the patient has to go on hormone replacement therapy. That's even worse. I'm sorry, but aesthetically, I mean, if you have to, if I because of cancer have to slice my cock off, I don't want it to be smooth with a couple of nuts hanging down. That's so fucking weird. I would want everything gone. But he can't because it's like, I need the testosterone. God, poor guy. Not only does he not have his cock, but he has to keep his balls. He's like, I mean, he could have at least gone G.I. Joe action figure. You know, action figure man. He could have at least done that, but no, you gotta have the ugly nuts still dangling down there. Oh. Go to hospital versus go to the hospital. Yeah, it sounds so fucking weird to me. Oh my god. This is why I prefer private over single. Well, I mean, he didn't, like, tell them about it until, what, 8 months into it? Like, it was just kind of there for 8 months before he told the doctor about it. You know? So it's kind of on him. 6 months still. Okay, 6 months still. That's kind of on him. You would think that, like, after a month, you're just like, I'm gonna go I probably should go get this biopsied. Because it's like, I'm sorry, but, like, there's certain parts, you know? There's certain parts where you're just like, yeah, I'm not losing that. like, you prioritize you know, how vigilant you are. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I'm fine if I got, you know, that mole, I'll let that go for 3 months before I get it checked out. Because if they have to scoop a chunk out of me right there, it's no big deal. You know, like it's on my flank or something like that, you know? But if there's even the hint of a chance of it being on the tip of my cock, that's like day one. I noticed that. I'm in the hospital the next day. I'm just like, Doc, look at my dick. will this cause me to need to get a cutoff or not? Like, I'm going to notify immediately, you know? 6 months he didn't say. 8 months he got results. 11 months he got the surgery. I wasn't paying attention. I thought he got on a wait list that lasted 6 months. No. He just failed to say anything to any doctor for 6 months. So it's really on him, which is rare in the NHS. It was initially for a GP with regard to his bladder. Wasn't even. Yeah, that's true. You're right. He didn't actually proactively tell them. It was the urologist people that asked him about it. So he wasn't even. Man, oh my God. Wasn't even there for the freckle. Yeah, you're right. Oh my God. Get your cock checked regularly, chat. Don't become this guy. Oh my God. Okay. All my penis was going to be removed. The testicles were. Afterwards, I woke up with a flexible tube inserted into the area where my penis had been, with a tap on the end. With a tap, which I could open to pee. It was humiliating, and I hated using it, as it was a constant reminder of what had happened to me. Otherwise, the area just felt numb, but I felt incomplete, as if they had removed my masculinity. In fact, from that moment, I don't interact with that part of my body. Hang on. Does he have, like, permanent post-nut clarity then? I guess silver lining, you know? I guess he doesn't get that kind of distraction anymore, I guess. Which is, there's that. How old is he? He looks like he is, like, what? Mid to late 50s? Roughly? If I had to guess? Let's see. I keep the area clean and wash it, but I don't look at it or feel around that area. I really can't bear to look at it, even in a mirror. I'm just scared. Look at you, bro. I don't even know if you could see it in a mirror. I was able to go home after 2 days, and about 2 weeks later, the tube was removed. He now passes urine by sitting down on the loo loo. I fucking hate that word, the loo. To urinate via an opening between the anus and... He pees out his gooch now? It's just... It never ends. This story gets worse and worse. Now he pees out of his gooch. Oh my God. Oh my God. How? I'm sorry, chat. I'm kind of losing it on this one. I feel awful for laughing too. This poor guy. Oh God. Okay. Okay. I suffered a bad urinary infection and needed intravenous antibiotics in hospital. Oh God. He had to go back to the urologist. While back in hospital recovering from this infection, my doctor asked me if she could bring student doctors in to see... Oh no! It gets even worse! Now he's being put on display! Oh God! Oh my God! This is the worst thing imaginable. The absolute worst thing imaginable. Hey, I know we had to cut your cock off. Can we show your not cock to a bunch of medical students? It's like, sorry, bro, we gotta cut your cock off for cancer, and now you're gonna be a fucking circus animal. God, dude. Oh, man. This poor guy. As a penectomy is so rare, it made me feel a bit like a circus freak. Oh my God, I didn't even read that far ahead. But I understood why it was useful for them to see. COVID was still affecting everything. At that point, I'd be like, COVID, kill me now. Jesus. So I self-isolated. I became very depressed. Understandable. By that August, I was in a really bad place and tried to end my life with an overdose. I totally sympathize with that, honestly. Like, You'd think that after you ask them to be a circus freak for your med students, you like kind of talk to the suicide hotline, the game, the self game over hotline, and kind of give them a heads up. Be like, hey, so this guy, we had to chop his cock off, and now we're using him as a case study. Might want to check up on him like every fucking day. Oh my gosh. 12 months in attempting sewer slide. Yeah, it's... Oh my god, dude. Let's see. Luckily, Colette came home in time and called an ambulance. A lot of my feelings at the time were mixed with pain, but also a sense of shame in having this particular cancer. I was later diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. Understandable. I had one-to-one sessions with a mental health nurse, and later group sessions with other cancer patients at the Christie, where we all share the different experiences of the disease. I mean, I'm sorry, but if I'm in that, that cancer coping group, I'm feeling pretty good because, you know, they're going around the circle and be like, who would like to share next? Which, you know, and this guy raises his hand. You know, if I'm sitting next to him, I mean, like, I'm next. Like, I'm doing way better than this guy. Like, my cancer's gonna kill me, but at least I'm not this fucking guy. Jesus. Let's see. Although in some ways I wish I'd had lung cancer, as people always know someone who's had that. I mean, literally any cancer, any other cancer. While I have learned to adapt, I am no longer like a normal man anymore. You think? 4 years. Yeah, you're G.I. Joe action figure man now. 4 years on, I still go to the bathroom to undress, so Colette doesn't see me naked. Even though she says she's not bothered by it and she loves me for who I am. I mean, I feel like, would anybody not be bothered by that? We can no longer have intimate relations at all. I mean, which is hard, but I just had to accept that it's not part of my life anymore. 4 years later, he's still alive. He's still convinced his partner loves him, but he doesn't undress in front of them. No intimacy. It's just... That's the thing, like, there's no intimacy. I mean... You can at least get her off still, you know? You can, like, you know... He's got fingers. Yeah, he's got a tongue. You know? You can still get the job done for her, at least. I guess. Her, quote unquote. Oh gosh, have I not read ahead enough? Oh no, we don't know it's a her. Well, Colette. Colette is a woman's name. I don't know any guys named Colette. I have six monthly checks where my testicles and lymph nodes are scanned to check the cancer hasn't come back. I still suffer. I wonder if, like, deep down he wishes it would, and it would just kind of get it over with. You know? Oh my gosh. I still suffer with frequent urinary infections, which require antibiotics, and also have ongoing nerve pain around where my penis was, so I need to take pain relief day and night. Paracetamol or cocodamol, and other medication to dampen the nerve messages being sent to my brain. Oh man, like, you know, like the ghost limb. You ever heard of, like, ghost limb syndrome? Like when people like lose, like, fingers, toes, hands, feet, you know, any kind of amputation pretty much, or like traumatic, like, battlefield experience where they, like, lose a part of their bodies. They get, like, the ghost limb phenomenon where, like, their brain is still, like, looking for, like, that connection to that limb that's not there, so the brain is, like, firing as if it were there. And it's like, it really fucks things up, I guess. It's like a really weird feeling where, like, you think that your limb or whatever that's missing is still there because your brain is like creating phantom signals of it, and then you, like, look down and it's like, oh yeah, it's not there. Oh, you think this guy got this with his dick? Like, did he get, like, phantom boners? Did he get, like, phantom? Can you get, like, a phantom orgasm, I wonder? Well, I guess you can because you need that particular kind of stimulation. But maybe even, like, arousal, though. Just, like, I don't know. That's God, that's so fucked up. I have good and bad days. I have a feeling mostly bad days. I try to see the funny side. I was told my penis was flown somewhere for medical research, and my joke is that it's clocked up more air miles than I have. Dad joke isn't enough, my friend. Jesus. Like, yeah, I cut my dick off, and I'm a freak of nature that's being put on display for medical students. But at least I came up with this joke. Phantom of the Boater. Now there's a name of. Oh my god, dude! I'm genuinely curious though. You know, if he had that. Sadly, it's still the case that men are embarrassed to ask a doctor to look at a spot or a mark, especially when it's down there. I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's true, but you have to basically leave your dignity at the door when the moment you enter a doctor's office. You guys gotta take your dignity and leave it in the car. You know, like you have to be able to do that when you go to a doctor. Like, you gotta don't your shame ain't worth the risk. You know what I mean? Maintaining your dignity isn't worth the risk. That's like, I think that guys especially tend to learn that pretty quick. Like, I think we learn that like after we get our first colonoscopy, right? Like, when you like have a doctor put you to sleep and then shove a camera up your butt, you know, and go all the way through there and then back out again, you kind of lose your dignity after that. You know, you're just like, well, it is what it is now. You know, there's no turning back anymore. Coding doesn't really make sense for nerve pain. Gabapentin would have made way more sense. I don't know. I don't know medications. I don't. Sadly, it's still the case that men are embarrassed to ask a doctor to look at us. Yeah, I'd love to see men talk more openly about this and not feel ashamed to see their doctor if they were worried about their penis. Even if my story can help one other man to avoid what I have gone through, I'd be absolutely delighted. So yeah, if you see a freckle or a mole on your cock, and then you go get it checked out, and they do a biopsy, and they have to do a little minor surgery that takes care of the issue without chopping shit off. Make sure to tell this guy. It might keep him alive for another year. Hey guys, this is your Wandering Helmsman. Thanks for coming aboard. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see more, you can watch my news and reaction live streams every Saturday where I stream these videos live, or come on board with me on my various adventures in gaming throughout the week. All streams are at 7 p.m. Eastern, and I hope to see you again on the next voyage. This has been your Wandering Helmsman speaking. Over and out.